And would you rather have $10 million, right? Or 10 minutes with Jesus?
$10 million.
Why?
$10 million, bro.
Why, bro?
Fuck Jesus gonna talk to me.
Hey, hey, hey.
He gonna talk to me 10 minutes, be like, oh, wisdom. Oh, I got $10 million, nigga.
It's more you talking to him, gang.
Jesus is better than money because money can't buy you happiness. Jesus is happiness.
Okay. Okay.
Put that shitter part. Bend it up. I'm saying to instead he like my
Why
eyes.
would you say that verse right after saying that good answer?
God forgives my sins.
Yes, please. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Why is she a hoe? I wanna know why me? Why me? Okay.
You chose to be that way, I suppose.
Yeah, but it was in my plan, so I'm not even really that much of a hoe. I just want to know why God chose me to be me.
Because you can stop doing whatever you're doing. You just probably
But that's
don't
not in
want
my
to.
plan yet. My plan is still to go for a little bit longer, then find a boyfriend, then get married, and then have children, and then die.
But no, I don't need me a drug. I want me a hug, and then I go hop in a yacht. And I flow like a dove. Don't know about love, but baby, I like it a lot. No, I don't need me a drug. I want me a hug, and then I go hop in a yacht. Would you rather get $10 million or a dinner with Jesus for 10 minutes?
Oh, dinner with Jesus.
Okay, okay. Oh, the Bible already out. Okay, you snap. It look like you was ready for that.
Yeah, I've been asking people if they've been reading their Bible and challenging them to spend time with God if they haven't.
Okay, that's a W. That's a W. Heck yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
You
Have a
recording?
great day. God bless you.
For sure. God bless you. She'll prepare. Hey, I hope I see her again. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo.
Hey, bro, would you rather get $10 million or 10 minutes with Jesus?
10 minutes with Jesus.
Okay, that's a bet. Why?
So he can tell me how to live my life and make it to the millions instead of me taking the 10 million and not getting closer with God. I get closer with God and make money. And he can tell me how to live my life.
Heck yeah, that's a W right there, bro.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Put your meat away. Hey, would you rather get $10 million, right? Or 10 minutes with Jesus?
10 minutes with Jesus.
Okay, and why?
Because he's worth way more than $1,000.
Okay, I like that answer. Have a nice day.
And him and our relationship is way more important than relationship with money.
That's a bet right there. Appreciate it.
Bro, don't be a nigga, bro. Huh? Fucking days. Fuck you, fucking bitch.
Buddy just letting him. Hold up. I ain't even had nothing to say. Cause I'm looking at Buddy beside him. He darker than me. And he allowing bro to say that? What has the world come to? Yo.
Hi.
Hey, would you rather get $10 million, right? Or 10 minutes with Jesus?
10 minutes with Jesus. Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because I want to know why he chose what he chose for my life. Why the fuck am I such a bitch? Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Was that a good answer? Like, I want to know why I am the way I am.
What you mean by that?
Like, I just want to know
Why is she a hoe?
I want to know why me? Why me? Okay.
You chose to be that way, I suppose.
Yeah, but it was in my plan, so. I'm not even really that much of a hoe. I just want to know why God chose me to be me.
Because you're you. You can stop doing whatever you're doing. You just probably
But
don't
that's not
want
in my
to.
plan yet. My plan is still to go for a little bit longer, then find a boyfriend, and then get married, and then have children, and then die.
But
and
who's
go to
finna
heaven.
cuff you and you doing that?
My man.
Who?
My man. Because I just love him so much. I don't actually have a boyfriend. I wish I did, though.
Yeah, maybe you should talk to Jesus about that, you know what I'm saying? But have a nice day. Yeah. Yeah. Yo.
Yo, Blackboard. Put your birthday. Blackboard binita pashakboard. Put attention.
Hey, would you rather have $10 million, right? Or 10 minutes with Jesus?
10 minutes to Jesus.
Why?
Because Jesus is better than money. Jesus is better than money because money can't buy you happiness. Jesus is happiness.
Okay. Okay.
Put that shit in park. Bend it over. Off of St. Louis. Said he liked my
Why
eyes.
would you say that verse right after saying that good answer?
God forgives my sins.
Yes, please. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Yo.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Hey, bro, would you rather have $10 million, right? Or 10 minutes with Jesus? Put your meat away, bro. Yo.
What's good, bro?
Hey, would you rather have $10 million, right? Or 10 minutes with Jesus?
$10 million.
Why?
$10 million, bro.
Why, bro?
Fuck Jesus gonna do? Talk to me.
Hey, gang.
And he gonna talk to me 10 minutes, be like, oh, wisdom. Oh, I got $10 million, nigga.
It's more you talking to him, gang.
Hey, it's me talking to him. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, either give me $10 million or this shit ain't worth it.
Gang, you got a lot. So you only here on this life to, you know what I'm saying, get money, basically?
Hell yeah. I'm only in it. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So what you think?
Wait. Matter of fact.
I don't know what that is. I ain't gonna lie, gang.
Yeah, them all yards.
Oh, well. Shoot, it ain't nothing else that matter to you besides money? So you don't care about your people?
There's like there's parts to it, I guess. But if my people don't help me make money, then what are they for?
But already help you make money.
Huh?
Already helping you make money.
What you mean?
Are your people helping you make money?
Every person that I'm with help me make money. If I don't know you and you like wasting my time, bro, at school I don't do shit, bro. So like if you wasting my time but you ain't making money with me, bro.
So if you gonna take the 10 million, what happens if you get 10 million, you blow it, and you die? What you think gonna happen?
Why would I blow 10 mil? Why wouldn't I be smart about that bitch? Invest that hoe, give me a nice little house, and then keep trapping. I got 10 mil to invest, bro. I put 5 mil on shit, bro. I get in it a motherfucker who like the people who be doing that shit for you.
Yeah.
I hire one of them hoes, and I be like, yo, wash my shit, and get like 2 of them that be washing my shit at all times.
Okay.
I got 5 mil in the bank, and then I spend 5 mil, bro. That's boom.
I mean,
we up. I'm set for life.
I guess so. But what's gonna happen after you die, though? Where you think you going?
Nowhere. I just lose consciousness.
Yeah. I don't think that's how it works, gang.
Well, if you believe in religion, you probably haven't matured enough. Because if you believe in the genuine stories of the Bible, hold up. I don't mean to diss you or anything, but if you genuinely believe in the stories of the Holy Bible, right? Which I have bookmarks for, which it talks about how God made people eat the flesh of their sons and daughters. That God that you worship, you know, that one, the one who destroyed the high places, killed all their livestock, made them starve, and forced them to eat their children. You know, that God, the one that you worship, the one who flooded the entire earth and killed.
Pull up the verse.
Oh, I got you. Well, I know it off top. Leviticus 26:29. I'll read it for you, though. And you want me to show you on the Bible?
Yeah.
I got you, bro. Leviticus 26. All right, here we go. Where is it?
29.
Yeah.
It's a little blurry. Read it for me.
Blurry?
I can't really see it on there.
All right. That bitch says, all right, I can, 29. I'll start at 29 for you. And ye shall eat the flesh of your sons and the flesh of your daughters ye shall eat. And this is 30. And I will destroy your high places and cut down your images and cast your carcasses upon carcasses of your idols. My soul shall abhor you. So
what did it say before that verse?
Okay, so the verse is explaining that they were worshiping false idols, and now they're being punished for worshiping those false idols.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is one thing that God gives you at the beginning of your life? Free will. Perfect. So the only issue with me is this being this God who portrays giving free will and punishing. Obviously, the use of free will. I just don't think that a God should punish somebody for using that. For worshiping false idols. They weren't necessarily disrespecting. They were disrespecting God in a way that they were worshiping false idols, but they weren't directly disrespecting the God, like Jesus, the Christian God. Just worshiping false idols is a disrespect in itself, you know what I mean? To any religion. But what I'm saying is they weren't directly being disrespectful, right? They weren't like, oh, we hate Christians, we hate,
How you
they
know
were
that?
just
It might have.
because that's the Bible doesn't state anywhere that they were being narcissistic or hateful towards Christians.
Well,
or
if you're
toward the
worshiping
Bible.
false gods, it's automatically disrespectful because it's only one.
Yeah, but do you think that these people should have to be God always wants to forgive and shit. So why should they have to eat their children?
They didn't
Because
repent.
they didn't repent. Well, repent is
If you ask for forgiveness, he'll forgive. But they never looked for forgiveness.
Okay.
And the free will part, yes, he give you free will, but that doesn't mean do what you want. If he forced all of us to worship him, what kind of love is that? He wants us to love him. That's why he gave us free will, so we can choose to love him.
Bone cancer.
Okay.
Why?
Say what? Because they sinned in the garden, Adam and Eve. That's when sin came. That's when all pains then started.
Okay, so Adam and Eve eating that apple started.
Wasn't an apple. It says fruit.
Okay, fruit, right? The fruit that they ate in the garden, right? The serpent convinced them, right? Mm-hmm. That caused all misery and sin and everything to just flood. So that's where bone cancer, blindness, like irreversible things like, mishaps in DNA and disabilities and stuff like that. That's where all that came from?
Yeah, that's where God allowed. That's where he allowed it to happen, yes.
Yeah, so I mean I just don't understand why God would just allow that. There's a lot of people who beg for God in times where they need God, right? You would expect them to, get something from that. But people don't.
You're right. And I can't answer that. I'm not God, but maybe the reward is heaven.
Yeah, there's just lack of evidence in God for me to be able to believe, bro.
What's the lack?
Huh?
What's the lack?
What do you mean, what's the lack? Where's the evidence?
In the word.
The Bible isn't evidence. Explain how the Bible's evidence.
It's evidence, bro. It's evidence that it was a guy that lived on this earth, Jesus. It's facts.
The Bible only says that though. Where's the evidence, right? So the only issue with that is,
I mean, it's in the Quran.
Hold on. My issue, yes. Sure, right. But the only issue is with this is having a book like this, right?
Mhm.
This book means nothing without geological, archaeological, evidence, right? So the only issue is, yes, there's things in the Bible that have been true, right? But there's so many more things that aren't. And the only issue with that is there's so many things that, we may have this evidence for, but there's so little compared to how much there actually is in the Bible itself, right? So I understand, like, the tomb, everything like that, like the places where Jesus grew up and everything, right? I don't doubt that Jesus existed. I doubt that he, had all these special powers, came back 3 days later. I doubt that he's this God in
It was
human form.
eyewitnesses that seen him rise.
Yeah, well, a lot of people say there's eyewitnesses of Bigfoot. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
No, who said they have seen Bigfoot?
Oh, thousands of people say they've seen Bigfoot. Like, genuinely, there's conventions of people who obviously they're crazy and stupid, right? But there's conventions of hundreds of people who, like, on being dead ass, who claim to see Bigfoot. And like the only issue with eyewitness encounters is they're eyewitness, right?
Yeah.
They're not like Polaroid footage. They're not like something that we can exactly prove. You know what I mean?
I got you on
And
that
that's the
because they
only-
didn't have cameras, so I get you. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
and the only issue with eyewitness counters is how many eyewitnesses are actually true. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, they claim that 500 people in the Bible saw Jesus.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I claim that 1,000 people watched me do a backflip yesterday. Can you disprove that happened? You know what I mean? Like, the only issue is, like, I can write a book that says, hey, 1,000 people watched me fly yesterday, right?
Okay.
There's 1,000 eyewitnesses that day. Now, obviously, Jesus didn't write the Bible, so I could write a book that says, I watched a guy with around 1,000 people near me fly, and then I could write another testimony. Hey, holy crap! I just watched a guy fly. Boom, 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 boom. Testimonies.
Okay.
Okay. You know what I mean? So it's so easy to fake these little things, and especially on these printed books and so many different translations. You know, the Bible is so different from what it originally was. But obviously, even to that point, I just don't believe in God with lack of evidence, lack of effect, lack of things, because God also has to do with paranormal, ghosts and stuff like that, like where we go with the afterlife and stuff like that. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in spirits. I don't believe in any of that. I'm not like a guru on like fucking astrology or anything like that. I'm just a simple man who believes in like just conscious being, animalistic ways, evolution, stuff like that. I'm not like a flat earther or anything like that, I'm just common knowledge, right?
Well, for evidence worthy, it was no camera, so I know what I'm saying, whatever. But can we agree, back in those times, women had slim to no rights, right?
I've been through this with a guy before. So yeah, sure, right? Women have been, used a lot in the Bible, although women were untrusted at the time, right? Not very trustworthy, usually hated, they're not even like usually supposed to write and stuff like that, right? Never trustworthy. Nobody trusts women. Yeah, I understand that, but I don't really have an excuse. It's just the simple fact.
Nah, what was I gonna say?
What do you mean?
Did you know what I was gonna say after I said that?
Like, well, I thought you were getting to the point where, women were the eyewitnesses. There were a lot of women eyewitnesses, right? And that women were, not trustworthy at the time.
Yeah, so why would they put them in the story instead of putting a man in the story to be more credible?
Yeah, so, I mean, sure, that's an argument, but okay, well, I mean, maybe when, although women might not be trustworthy, when you go like, hey, 30 women saw this, okay.
Nah, it was only 2. So like, say
Okay,
you
so
wrote the book.
two.
So say you wrote the Bible.
Yeah.
And you said this guy died in a tomb.
Okay,
Hold on.
Two women saw this, but over 1,000 men have seen Jesus.
No, that's after. I'm saying if you wrote the book in the Bible,
yeah,
and you said Jesus died, you know what I'm saying, and 2 women came to his tomb and said he's gone or whatever, would you have used 2 women or 2 men, knowing that the women, nobody's going to believe this? Why would 2 women come say this, like, she's worth nothing, basically? If you get what I'm saying. Why would they put that in there instead of a man?
If 2 women go up to a tomb of a dead man and they're like, hey, you know, he's gone, right? And they investigate that bitch and they're like, oh, wait, you know, they may be untrustworthy, but, like, just send a guard down there.
Yeah.
Boom. It's that simple, right? They're 2 women, very, very small plot of the story. They may be 2 women, but we talk about men this entire time in the story. Like, this whole story is about, like, men. You know what I'm saying? So this sudden occurrence of 2 women out of a book about hundreds of men, it's not, like, not normal. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not normal. Because no one would believe
not normal.
No one would believe the woman.
Right.
I mean, they could have took Jesus.
That, like, I just explained to you that there's a chance that, like, those 2 women could have said that, and then, you know, they could have been punished, but they were like, hey, let's send a guard. You know, if he is gone, wow. If he's not, we'll just beat them even harder. You know what I mean?
But he was gone. So what do you think happened?
Yeah. Well, that's what the story says.
Yeah,
I
mean, it's facts that he was gone. You can't really. It's hard to fake a death, basically. So,
bro, this was 2,000 years ago in a book that's been translated over 700 times. So being able to say that you know about that time without, you know, knowing archaeological and geological evidence of that time.
Well, that's what faith is.
All right, hope of something
happening without really knowing.
Is faith over evidence?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you put faith over evidence?
No, they go hand in hand. But sometimes you need faith. You need faith in everything. You need faith to get money.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have faith, right? A lot of people have faith that, hey, okay, I have faith that I'm gonna get a job this year, right?
Okay.
But wait, holy shit, I'm high as fuck right now. Hold up. What were we talking about?
You said faith in jobs.
Nah, faith in jobs, but yeah, I was trying to get to a point where I was like, I have faith that I'm gonna get a job. But what were we talking about before that?
I mean, faith. Oh, we're talking about Jesus' tomb.
Oh yeah, faith and evidence. Yeah. So evidence, right? So, like, faith, for example, I can have faith that I get a job, but if I want evidence that I can get a job, I should start, you know, like, start making steps to getting that job. Maybe get a diploma, right? That diploma is like a step of evidence that tells me, okay, you know what? This should be enough evidence for companies and stuff like that to hire me, right? Not faith, right? Companies would rather have evidence that you're worth it than be like, oh, okay, this guy looks fit, this guy looks strong, let's bring him in. Or, hey, this is my physical, this is my past jobs, right? This is my evidence that I would be good for this job. Do you want me? Or, I look strong, do you want me? You know what I mean? Like, with the situation with faith and evidence, you know, we have evidence of so many things that we don't have evidence in situations. We have so much evidence for this, but we don't have so much evidence for this, and it purely relies on faith. Like, God's existence, not being able to see God, not hearing God, not talking to God. You may believe that you talk to God. You may believe that you hear God, right? But in reality, you know, we don't have any actual evidence of God's existence. We may have evidence of a man's existence back then who people claimed his name was Jesus, right? But we don't have evidence of God. So God's existence purely relies on faith, right? But we have evidence of this universe. We have evidence of, you know, the expansion of the universe, right? Where all of this, you know, matter could have originated. Now I say could have because yes, it may be a theory, but at the end of the day, it's a scientific theory with scientific evidence like behind it, right? So yeah, so you believe in the Big Bang?
No.
Oh, why not?
A Big Bang?
The Big Bang is
I know what it is, but like, bro, like,
what is the Big Bang?
Basically, people believe everything was created by an explosion.
No.
So what?
That's wrong.
Okay, what is it?
Yeah, so the Big Bang is simply the expansion of a singularity. So the singularity was all matter condensed into a very hot, dense point, right? Just kind of like pure energy, condensed into a very hot point. A lot of people call it an explosion.
People believe everything was created by an explosion.
No,
So what?
that's wrong.
Plug.
A lot of people call it an explosion. The Big Bang is literally just the name. That's all. It's just the name. It has nothing to do with like really a Big Bang. What happened was all of that pure energy and those particles all of a sudden ruptured under its own like heat and pressure. It was almost infinite pressure. It's a singularity, right? The same way black holes have singularities, right? Black holes have singularities that are practically infinite. You know what I mean? And so that's what the universe's singularity was before it was everything. So expansion, right? And now all of a sudden the universe starts expanding. For 500 million years, nothing really happened. Particles weren't colliding, we weren't getting any chemicals, new stars, no nothing. There was like just pure darkness. Boom, 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 500, maybe 200 million years, 250 million years, because we've been getting new studies on like galaxies farther away. But sorry, this is a lot. But yeah, like we have like evidence of the Big Bang, cosmic microwave background, the background radiation. The entire universe is filled with radiation that we have one spot that it comes from, in like that it covers the entire universe and continues to cover the expanding universe. That could only be a result of it being there at the origin of the expansion. So the expansion had a lot of radiation, and the entire universe is just filled with that original radiation from the Big Bang.
Well, so you think that made human, fish, all that?
Human, fish, all that? Yeah. Well, I think it's more like, abiotic life, abiogenesis, gloop, just globs of bacteria at one point, in very hot points of the ocean, near geysers, near water volcanoes and stuff like that, colliding with other chemicals, with other bacteria, with other goop, sea goop, stuff like that, with those small little like prokaryotic cells, right? That just and
You ain't making sense, buddy.
All right, well, maybe because these words you don't understand.
No, I understand. You're just basically saying a lot of bacteria and a lot of things that don't have life created life. How?
What do you mean how?
How does that happen?
We don't exactly know how. That's the issue. We don't exactly know how.
I mean,
and that's okay, because we don't need to exactly know how life started.
We do know how.
How?
It's in the Bible, bro.
You're such an irrational person, but it's okay, because you're gonna live your subjective life. And if you want to believe in this God, if you wanna live by the Bible, if you want to be a good person, if you want to believe in sin, and if you want to strive towards this, go ahead and strive toward this. This argument is gonna get nowhere. So you have a good day, bro.
Before you do this, but look, come on, bro.
Tracking.
You painted yourself, gang?
I what?
Anyways, would you rather have $10 million or 10 minutes with Jesus?
10 minutes. I can't speak. 10 minutes with Jesus.
Why?
Because I can ask him for $10 million.
I mean,
technically,
so I can ask him for $10 million.
It's true.
Okay, you could, but
or you could literally just like make that money, but you can't really talk to Jesus like that.
No, that's a good answer. I ain't hear nobody else say. That's real.
Yeah, you can always make 10 million.
You could make 10 million.
Yeah, but you can't get that time with Jesus.
I like that answer, man. Stay prayed up. Have a nice day.
You too, bro. You too.
And on that note, the video comes to an end. My name is MD. I go dumb, so make sure you go dumb.
Dang. BMG. Marvitino, y'all know what's going on.
Kaden, can you come back?